You ever know somebody who has a goal and they go at it so hard, so fast that they end up stopping? Well, that was me. I was that person. I'm gonna give you some tips to help you, but I want to tell you going at it that way might be actually messing you up. When we look at a goal that's big, that is something that could be life-changing, or even a small goal, we usually first go to the outcome. How is it going to happen? And when we do that, we don't realize that we can either talk ourselves out of it, we could be overwhelmed by how many steps it's going to take, or we can just freeze and not do anything at all. Now, me being this person who I'm talking about and friends that I have, I've noticed that they have the all or nothing approach. If I can't give it 100%, I'm not gonna give it anything at all. Or the whole thing that people say is, I give everything 100%, which is a lie. You don't give everything 100%. What usually is happening is the motivation dies because they attack something too hard, too fast, and they cannot sustain the pace. So when you cannot sustain the pace, what usually happens is you either stop, you make an excuse, you just ignore it, which is stopping. I used to compete back in the day, back when CrossFit was popular. And I didn't know anything about pacing because I came from a bodybuilding background, and there's no pacing in bodybuilding. In CrossFit, it's all about pacing. If you got a workout that's 5 minutes and you go out super fast, you're not gonna last. So what I used to do was, in my ignorance, the timer would go off, time to compete, and I would be crushing people the first 1 minute. I mean, crushing them. So ahead of the game. By minute 2, was wheezing, I slowed down, I couldn't keep the pace, and usually I would end up getting hurt until I realized that going at it that hard, that fast is actually going to slow me down later. Eventually I learned how to pace, and I would let somebody else come out the gate, go hard, go fast, and I would just be pacing, taking the small steps. So what's the lesson in this? You could have a pattern or a behavior that makes you attack goals, but then you actually never get the goal. What you can do is think about a stair-step approach, meaning, hey, that's the bigger goal. I'm going to only take this stair today. And I would even say make the goal so small that you can't miss it. So let's just say my goal was to lose 50 pounds. Maybe take the whole year to lose 50 pounds. Because you lose it sooner than that, you can. But what if you take the whole year and you're like, every month I'm going to lose however many, 12 months. You can do the math later, but I can take the 12 months and say, hey, each month I'm going to lose 4 pounds. Will you see a drastic difference? Not at first, but you will at the end. And you will, because this will now become a new pattern for you. It'll become a habit of the things you gotta do to lose the weight, the working out, the eating better, the sleeping better, your nervous system, all that stuff will become better habits for you. When you rush it, you end up not getting the result usually. So it's a workout program cost $75. Not knocking it at all. I think it's great. The thing that's not really told with it is, if you get the result super fast, your brain thinks I'm supposed to get everything done this fast, and that's not how it works. So I would say take the stair-step approach. That alone will help you. Break the goal down and think, what can I do today to help me on the goal? What can I do the next day? Versus, I'm gonna do it all today, and you end up getting nowhere. I hate for you to be that person with big goals, big dreams. You have a big emotions around it, and you never get the goal. You never get the result. Try those tips. Let me know how it works. If you need help, come to our school community where we give advice, some coaching, some help for people who want to break out of these patterns that's stopping them. I'll leave the link in the description. Be good. Be great.